minute, play this video. I'm gonna have a break and we're gonna come back. All right? Up, yeah. So you'll see that quite a bit. Excuse me, kind of tickle my throat. This is cool
Stick
though.
to public channels here, so you don't
Anybody,
YouTube don't get strike.
Yeah, public channel is good to go with.
Yeah,
And plus we're not playing the audio, and it's windowed in a small corner, so we're kind of safe. And YouTube has gotten a little laid back on things, from what I understand. So that's a good thing.
that's cool.
They've loosened up a bit from where they were a couple of years ago. The Ion Network, yeah, he's using that for the Ion Network. I don't watch Ion. I guess some of you out there might like the Ion because it's all like the crime shows and stuff like that.
I used to watch Ion, Ion and Ion Plus. I used to watch it a lot back when I was 16 in 2019. But like I said, I used to watch the Ion Plus network and stuff, and I stopped watching it after they shut down in 2021. Then they came back in 2024. I only watched them for a little bit in 2024, and I stopped watching them because they kept changing affiliates.
Yeah. Sounds like you need to change your smoke detector battery. I hear it chirping every 30 seconds.
That my smoke detectors that's not my smoke detectors. My smoke detector yeah, my smoke detector's never on. That's why it's off.
Is it what's making that chirp sound every 30 seconds?
It was, but it was the downstairs part. It was the hallway part. It was making that noise, but it makes that noise. It doesn't. Sometimes it makes a noise. Sometimes it do, and sometimes it don't.
So we got your prog detector here. Is this prog detector or no? What's it called? Crazy scan?
Yeah, it's Crazy Scan. Crazy Scan scans the RF, the satellite, so you can put the frequency here, like the KU band range, and it will see it, like check all the frequencies on the satellite, and you can get some
Gotta make sure it works.
Did it tell you what's in the frequencies?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
It gives you the signal level, everything on the network.
That's pretty cool. That's where those TBS cards are pretty cool. I mean, you do gotta pretty much go to Windows to be able to use this software, but I mean, I do have Windows on a lot of my computers. I just don't use Windows very often. But that's really cool where you can. Does it actually tell you the channels that are in the carriers, or is it just tell you the signal quality?
It says the signal quality. It's good to get the transponder list to use on Prog DVB or DVB viewer, so I can blind scan
Make sure it works. I gotta make sure
the KU channels. I can actually show here. I have a list already.
Yeah. Can you get 105 West down where you're at?
in Brazil?
No.
No, you can't lock it.
I will try to scan those again, to look for those again with.
Yeah, look for Veterans Affairs. Yeah, Veterans Affairs, and then there's InfoWars. That I'm just kind of curious. I have a hard time with the InfoWars right now because of the weather, where you saw Rob do earlier there, and then it kind of cut out. So, and that's because it's a rainy day here. Even with my large dish, I get signal drops on bad weather days. So that's why I use the big dish, because if I was using just the regular standard, 3 foot, the 36-inch dish, I would be probably not locking it as well.
This to me as well.
So, this is where I look for how I look for channels is with this software. Transit it looks for every frequency that I found on Crazy Scan, and then I can look for them individually. And those in reds, they are encrypted.
Yep. Oh yeah, so it says the service. Does it actually say, does it have a list of the service name, or is that like in a subdirectory, or?
It's kind of like that with folders.
Folders, yeah. Because
Yeah.
because a service would have like, can have like 30 channels in it, and that's what this service, services are, right? So it's like 30 channels being carried on the transponder.
Yeah, you see the frequency here, the same frequency, and there are a bunch of channels under it. So it's about to finish. Yeah. It found 1,010 channels.
1,010 channels?
Yeah.
On 77 West?
70 West, yeah.
Yeah, on 70 West, we don't get those in North America, that's for sure. I think there's a few of the channels, like there's stronger transponders that we can pull in. I think they carry, is it 70 West that has all the that subscription service, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Let me pull up
I'm gonna just scan this frequency, so we will see how many channels.
Here, I'm just gonna bring up a change my window.
So almost 20 channels per frequency.
Yeah, and that's the thing about satellite. You can fit like that's what it is. You can fit like 20 channels on one transponder.
They're kind of
higher FEC to fit all the channels in, but so was that on TV Eurosat? I'm trying to get their satellite charts. I don't know why it's not coming up. Basic search.
Are you looking at Linksat? Because I know there's this website called Linksat that lists other.
So I'm looking at, let me bring it over here, TV ROSAT. So this will show you like the new channels that are available. So you go to
okay.
It more focuses just on the North American channels because Linksat is in Sri Lanka or someplace like that, and so they're on a different edge of the planet. So they're not verifying things; they're just relying on people's reported feeds in North America. So 67 West has a bunch of channels here, a bunch of KU band channels, which are CubaVision is on. That's new, eh? Cuba's going through some tough times right now too. So like.
Yeah, that's the public channel from Cuba.
I should do. When did this pop on? Just today, I guess. So this is all new to today. There's all these Cuban channels on 67 West KU band free to air. Interesting. I don't know if I want to move my dish over there. There's nothing that jumps out at me. There's a Brazilian AMC Films, but it's Power View. There's different Power View channels that have popped up. Fox Sports.
We actually have a Brazilian version of this portal. It's called Portal BSD, and it lists all the satellites that we can see from our area.
Yeah, 58 West apparently has over on this transponder. Can I make this deal bigger? Control zoom. BBC World. I'm just gonna make that a little bigger so you guys can see it a little bit better. Is apparently in the clear now. A lot of people are always asking about BBC World News, which is not their main England BBC news, but it's like the BBC World channel. CNN News Source, they're reporting that CNN News Source is available on Galaxy 19, which will change over eventually. My problem is I haven't been able to scan those channels in.
Someone here in Brazil reported that on C-band, BBC World News is broadcasting like free to air, so it's open, it's unencrypted.
I think that was C-band though too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's C-band.
Yeah, there it is. There, it's over on 58 West. How long will it stay that way? I don't know, but according to TV Eurosat's updated charts, it has it there. So there's in Canada, and they're kind of resurrecting that brand, which is has a juicy dealio. It has it's I think CBS and the CW network are on 87 West, but it's on and off. But there's like a transponder that has like a 3 WT. It's out of Texas, so it's like it's a CBS out of Texas that I'm able to pull in. So do a scan on 87 West and see if that comes in maybe during prime time.
87 West, 87. No, we can't.
Yeah, you might not be able to pick it up where you're at, but I got to load up a few things here. So I got to load up what we were talking about, and I kind of went on. So we're talking 77 West is what you're looking at, and I also wanted to look at good old 87 West, which is one of my main go-to satellites. 87, here it is. Here, open that in a new tab. So here is the one that you're talking about, 77 West Quartz Sat. And
it's 70 only, 70 West.
Oh, it's 70 West, not 77 West. Okay. I'm bad with numbers. See, it's not coming up here.
Yeah,
67. Yeah.
I believe that's just for South America, not.
Yeah, so there's so TV Aerosat hasn't bothered reporting it. But if I look over on, that's the oh, here we are. 87. So on C-band, there's all these wrestling feeds at different times with their BIS. But sometimes BIS works. Who knows? Anyway. It could be a Sinclair channel that has the feeds. Sinclair also has Ring of Honor that's available. KS and Brighton. CNN News Source is what I watch there. I'm not able to pull in. Maybe that's because it's too weak. This was reported in 2023 that the LPBS channels are. I'm having a hard time locking them. So I'm not sure if LPBS is still there. If anyone can verify that, say LPBS is still on 87. I know it has moved to 101 West KU band, but I'm not able to lock those 3 channels. But I don't care enough because obviously I can get PBS on the antenna. And PBS is available on 99 West as well, just for your information. So if you're aiming a dish at 87 West, the lottery feed and the Florida channel are kind of my go-tos just for trying to lock it, because I find they're good, strong transponders. So if you're trying to lock your satellite dish to pick up the news source channels, because the video codec on this thing here, the MPEG-2, it's a weird codec that is a bit buggy where I have to load up the channel and it takes a second to load.
From our end here, down here in South America, I guess the best satellites are 55.5 and 40.5. It has a lot of channel.
Let's see what we got on 55 West. Are they Portuguese channels for the predominantly?
From everywhere around the world, like Europe, Latin America.
55, Galaxy 11. So is it all key? Yeah, right when you go out of the. So
that's C-band.
Yeah, looking at TV Aerosat here. If anyone wants to look at this with me, I'll drop it here in the chat here as well. There you go. There's the link to that if you wanted to have a look there yourself on your browser. So this is what I'm looking at here, and it's all of the channels with. There's RT. See, they shut down Russia Today North American version. What was on Roberts? I think that's all. Well, it's all encrypted anyway. I don't even know. I remember it was in the clear. Then there's DigiCipher, which even I think you need a DigiCipher decoder for all that. So basically, you have to like know how to run things through a server rack to be able to tune in those in. Beyond me, I'll be honest with you, and
I mean, on PC, for example, on DVB Viewer, you got those plugins to if you have if you got the card and keys, you can decrypt.
DigiCipher, even though it's DVB-S, so this is DVB-S, but there also is DigiCipher, which is a replacement modulation for DVB. That's what Shaw Direct uses. But the thing is with Shaw Direct, they do have some free in the clear channels, but you pretty much, for Shaw Direct, for example, you need a Shaw Direct receiver, and you'll get the maybe 1 or 2 channels that are open and in the clear with a Shaw Direct receiver. Similar thing can happen with a Bell or a Dish Network receiver, you name it, right? You hook them up and you can get like 1 free channel with it if you don't have it activated.
I mean, the easiest to open with the TBS card are the PowerVu. I guess it's called PowerVu encryption. Those are pretty easy to open, but that's kind of in a gray area.
Yeah, we don't really we're not promoting that here.
Yeah.
We just promote mainly the education of satellite and what's free and in the clear. Is what we're going after. We're not really going after any stuff like that. So please don't ask me. You might find just an awkward silence. I don't know. And I'm just trying to promote what I'm trying to promote here, and I can Google I can Google some stuff for you, but I can't Google everything for you. That's what the show is. Let's have Robbie Google it for me. Yeah, and there's like antenna plug and Rumble, and I'm on 45. Here's 45. America's Europe. This is one of those mid-Atlantic satellites. I think 45 is one I picked up a few C-band channels off before that were in the clear. Don't know about now, though. But that's the fun of having an actuator. You can kind of scan in and see
it's very neat.
International programming that's available. For North American, a lot of stuff's behind a paywall, but not everything. There's some things that are premium channels, like News Nation, for example, which is a premium cable channel, but it's in the clear on satellite. They'll do that for whatever reason. Oh, you're quite welcome, Glenn. Glenry 9828. My apologies for not reading names appropriately. But what I'm looking at some of these is does it have like, see, this one here has City TV, but it's Spanish, so it's obviously not the Canadian City TV. It's written like the City TV.
Yeah, they use the same name in Colombia, I guess. So that's where they licensed in Colombia.
Oh, it's licensed in Colombia.
Yeah.
I mean, City TV is a pretty cool network. One thing I saw a bit on the wrestling news is there's a new, bigger Canadian wrestling promotion, which is going to be geared toward being in Canada. And they're kind of resurrecting a brand, which is